to your favorite show, The Deep Night Talks. Please receive our host, give a great ovation for the great, the wise, the awesome, Byung-Chul Han.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you. Welcome to our first edition of Deep Night Talks. Today, it's gonna be very exciting because our guests are not from this world. And they're a little old-fashioned, so I got them new clothes, and let me tell you that they are very, very good. So please, welcome our first guest, René Descartes.
Hello, bonsoir. Hello, Byung.
Hello.
Thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be here.
The pleasure is mine.
And let me tell you that with this outfit, I look very good.
It really does. Please, welcome our next guest. Hold your pants, ladies and gentlemen, because he's David Hume.
Hi.
Hello, dude.
Hi, June.
Hi.
Oh, what a night. You didn't got me to dress fancy.
Yeah, please take a seat and make yourself comfortable.
With these pants, no need to ask.
Sure. This keeps getting better. Embrace yourself, people, because here is Sor Juana Inés de la Cruz.
Hello.
Hola. Hola.
Good evening. It's a pleasure to be here.
The pleasure is mine. Please take a seat.
Thank you very much.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you still have energy because our next guest will take your breath away. Please welcome Hypatia. Please take a seat.
Wow, I haven't seen this much people since people gather to watch the games. Let me say that it is a great pleasure to be here, and you people know how to dress. This outfit is great.
It really is, and we certainly have a great audience, don't we? Well, let's present our next guest. Hold your pants, ladies. I know that is our last, but please welcome Christine Episan.
Hello everyone. Hello, thank you for inviting me. I'm very excited about tonight.
Please take a seat. Well, let's begin. But wait, before we begin, we know who you are, but I think we all love you to explain a little bit of yourself and to tell us what you are going to use to solve our dilemmas of tonight.
Well, I would love to. I am from Scotland. I am skeptic, and I'm planning to use my skeptic approach with a naturalist approach in order to solve tonight's dilemma.
Nice, and what about you, Descartes?
Okay, so I'm from France. My philosophical approaches are my philosophical approaches are rationalism and skepticism, and I will use a little bit of a rationalist approach combined with essentialism in order to solve this dilemma.
Okay, and what about you, Sir Juana?
Well, thank you. I think it's pretty interesting what you guys just said. Well, I'm from Mexico. My main philosophical approaches are, I think you will be interested, Cartesian rationalism, Thomism, and Hermetism. But in order to solve tonight's dilemma, I think I will be using Aristotelian scholasticism, Neoplatonism, and theology, of course.
Nice. It seems very interesting. And what about you, Hypatia?
Well, you may know me as Hypatia of Alexandria, and that is because I am from Alexandria. My philosophical approach is Neoplatonism, and I am planning to base my solution with the Plato's theory of being, becoming, and being.
Nice.
Okay, I guess it's my turn. I was born in Italy, and my philosophical approach is the value theory, and tonight I will be approaching this problem from an ethic perspective.
Nice. Well, I think you're all wondering what is going to be tonight's dilemma. So, if Carl, please tell us our dilemma of tonight.
No problem, Byung. Tonight's dilemma is, drumrolls please, where do humans find meaning in their lives?
Well, I think I speak for everyone when I say that tonight is going to be very, very exciting. we have like many different point of views, many different ways of seeing things, and I think that all of you are going to convince that well the answer would might be.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I am here to make everyone feel like they're dreaming because what I'm about to say, it's almost unreal.
Perfect. Let's begin with Christine. So, what do you think about when people think of how, where, when they find the meaning to their lives?
Well, I believe the answer to this question is that we are all capable of finding it through an ethical and moral behavior that will guide us towards a good life, like full of good virtues and actions. And I believe that it is even more possible if we like have an approach of our souls to goodness.
Okay, but why do you insist in an ethical approach?
Because it is easy. If an individual wants to find the true meaning of their lives, it will always end up in ethics. Because let's say, for example, if you're in a hypothetical situation, if your meaning of life is to help others to deserve a better life, you will have to subsequently ask yourself, is my purpose in life correct? Or am I harming a third party? And in order to answer that question, you will have to have an ethical perspective. A human, in order to be good and have an eternal blessing, he or she must always and should always have an ethical perspective in their decisions. And well, I believe that God is the answer. God will always help us become a better person every day and find the meaning of our lives. Wow, what you're saying is very interesting. So, if you don't mind me asking, have you already find that real meaning of your life?
Yes, indeed I have. I know it may sound cliche or boring, but I found the meaning of my life through poetry. And I mean not just like poetry by itself, because I feel like the real meaning was the motivations of it, because I wanted to express my feelings and what was in my mind, and I wanted other people to be able to like question also certain parts of their life.
So you have already told us an ethical approach of how humans find the meaning to their lives, but this is completely theoretical. So do you have an advice, an example to us?
Yes, of course, I will be happy to. Well, first of all, I think it's important to know that in order to find the true meaning of your life, you have to first think about your life and make questions like, where do I find happiness, or what is my purpose in life? And once you know what you are doing is what you like, and you are certain about all aspects in your life, and what you are doing it inspires you to be a better person every day, then you will know that was your calling.
Well, I don't know about you people, but this was certainly mind-blowing. There were some points such...
Well, if I may add something, I think I can give an explanation that you will find not only mind-blowing, but also rational. Me, as a lot of essentialist philosophers, assume that we are born with a essential virtue called the human nature.
Okay.
That is, I think that is the key point where we can like start in order to understand the meaning of life.
Hold your horses, pal. What does that mean? Just like for being born, will I know what the meaning of my life is?
No. Like the fact that we all find the meaning of our lives does not mean that we all find it the same way or in the same circumstances. In order to like find it, we must get in ourselves and get deep in ourselves to find it.
Oh, well, that does make your initial argument more understandable. Please continue.
Yes, it does. So as I was saying, we must like go deep into ourselves in order to find that virtue and try to keep like enhancing that virtue and practicing in order to find the life we want and understanding the meaning of our lives.
What do you think about this, Serwana?
Well, I agree with some of your points, hermanos y hermanas. I do believe what Descartes just said, that we must not accept things just because they are imposed on us. If anyone knows about it, it is me. But I think that you are forgetting the most important thing in this conversation, and it is knowledge. Because I want to ask you a question. How are we, especially women, supposed to find our meaning in life? Let me save you the trouble. The only way to survive is based on a path of wisdom. Without wisdom, we wouldn't have knowledge, and without knowledge, we wouldn't have understanding, and without understanding, we wouldn't be able to know why are we here for. So, therefore, the only way to know our meaning on life is based on education.
Whoa, that's a very valid point. Very interesting what you're saying. I just have a question. You are a religious woman. How does God fits in this theory?
Well, that's a very good question, and the answer is very simple. And the answer is because God knows.
Maybe he creates you with a purpose, or how does he fits here?
Yes, obviously God created us with a purpose, because therefore He wouldn't give us intelligence, and they wouldn't have gifted us with talents. So I repeat, the only way that we get to know that we have these talents is based on knowledge.
Oh, good point. Oh, Carl, yeah, well, you're telling me that it's going to be a break of 5 minutes and we're coming back. Thank you. Hey, hi, welcome back. Now I bring Citas of Abuelas. Do you want it? Huh? Do you want more? One more?
Yes, God, I like this man. How is he called? Willy Wonka?
Oh, Willy
yeah,
Wonka.
I watched that movie on the plane.
I want to take one too. Well, nice, great. But well, coming back. God, what amazing point of views. They were actually very complete, and I'm very pleased to hear that. But well, it's evident that...
Yeah, well, if I may interject, we must stop this madness. We are totally out of control. What is all this nonsense that Descartes is correct? How could he?
Whoa, what do you mean?
Relax, it's just a joke. I actually think that your ideas are genius. But I also think that you drop much energy on, much energy to things that are not essential.
Well, David, stop prolonging this. I want to hear that I'm literally in the edge of my seat, please.
Well, I know what you are all thinking, that he's going to take a skeptical view and he's going to deny all existence and, implying that therefore there is no reason to seek for a meaning and, good thing I brought a pocket knife, right? But no. I think that it would be much more interesting if I take a naturalistic point of view rather than skeptical.
What you're saying is indeed out of this world. And I think we are getting to a background answer, so I think you're letting us to it, please. Continue.
Yeah, I know, I'm very excited. I had never been this excited since I boarded one of those planes. But, I am going to answer with an essay I wrote that is The Stoic, in which I talk about the differences between humankind and animals, and the differences of what nature gave to us. Nature gave some talents that we apply to our industry, and the end of our industry is the attainment of happiness, and that is also the end for which arts were created. And Well, we humans use all our talents and the resources nature gave us to attain this industry.
Okay, okay.
What are you implying?
Well, what I am trying to say is that if the end of our industry is the attainment of happiness, and we use our talents to complete that industry, to accomplish it, the meaning and the reality we seek is happiness. And how do we get there? We get there by using all our talents, by applying our intelligence, and use all nature has given to us.
But how do I know that I am indeed trying to attain happiness? How could I not get lost?
Well, very good question actually. Let me answer with a quote from my essay. I'm going to paraphrase it because I don't remember, but it says something like this. Even the foreign savage forgets for no time his meaning, and even though how ignorant he is about the arts, he forgets for no second the point of those arts. I hope this answers your question.
It does, and if I may, let me say that it's a beautiful statement.
Thank you.
It sure is. Well, I think we saved you for the last, but please, give us your insight, Hypatia.
My pleasure. So let's start with the basics. Let's begin with that people always seek and see and perceive what's the material world. But there is another thing that it's more important, which is the spiritual world, where only a few amount of people can reach because it's very hard to comprehend. And therefore, all of this is because you have to, or you want to reach the place in your mind in which you will want to reborn with the one.
Yeah, nice.
That is fascinating, but how do I get my soul trusted into that being plane? And will after that will I be achieving, or will I find the meaning of life?
Let me see if I can answer that. Well, you have to first seek in your inner thoughts and reach a balance where you can find the meaning in your life and like a peace in your soul in order to find the balance and know that you want to be reborn with the one.
Very interesting, but how can I know when I am actually looking for the right aspects in my life?
First of all, we have to remark that we have to find that balance in our lives, because if we don't, we are going to end up in the forgetfulness and error.
Wow, everybody, what you're saying is completely amazing, but well, thank you for visiting us and coming to our first night of Deep Night Talks. It was really the perfect night to be the first. Well,
Bing, I think I speak for everyone here. I think it was a pleasure to be here and share our insights to this problem and dilemma.
I totally agree.
well, it comes the saddest part. The time to say goodbye, friends. With nothing more to say, I wish you a good life. And please, thank you all for coming. Thank you.
Thank you for being part of the first edition of Deep Night Talks. Ladies and gentlemen, have a good night. See you soon.
Audio Jungle.